Big Event is a huge community service project that student government hosts every year. This is our 6th annual, and we had nearly 2,000 students signed up and almost 200 homes. And now, because of the date change, which is unfortunate, but it's still great that we at least get to put on the event, we have a ton of dedicated students who are out here, staff, faculty, volunteers who are just ready to work and go out and give back to the Big Rapids community.
The Big Event is such a huge project, and there's so many expectations from everyone, from like the faculty and staff, from the community members, from the people on the planning committee. And so it was definitely an awesome experience to go through that, because I saw so much growth in myself, and I learned so much more about myself through the process. But just knowing how impactful the Big Event is from a community standpoint, I think it's just awesome that I can say that I was a part of bringing one of the big events to Big Rapids and being in charge and seeing it come to life.
The staff, we meet at 6 a.m. in the morning at the student government office, and we start hauling all of the materials that we purchased for this year's big event, and we bring them over here to Top Taggart Field. And then we also start unloading the trailer of all the tools, which we're fortunate to have the football teams help us with. And then from there, we're just setting up tables, putting tablecloths on, setting up the stations, the volunteer stations, setting up the catering, tables, everything like that. Just getting ready for the students to come and to try to make it run as smoothly as possible.
It has taught me a lot about myself in general, and I guess you can look at it from a leadership perspective. It has taught me to learn to adapt. I think one of the big issues that happened this year when I came in is that I thought, I was kind of naive, thinking that everything was going to go well. And when that didn't happen, I really wasn't prepared to adapt to those situations. With the date change, it was so funny because it wasn't at the top of my mind when I woke up that Friday morning, because I guess the weather was really bad and it was the question on everyone's mind. So at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, I started getting all these emails and like messages and phone calls, and I'm like, what is going on? And then Linda Telfer, who's the administrative assistant to the vice president of student affairs, she calls me and she's like, well, Byron, we need the decision. And I'm like, what decision is she talking about? And she's like, well, it's the question on everyone's mind. Like, are we gonna cancel the big event, or are we still gonna be on? And like, it just immediately, it threw me into, oh my goodness, I guess, you know, this is something that I need to be getting up about. So then I called everyone from the committee to try to come together last minute so that we could make a decision on whether to reschedule or to cancel or to do whatever. So it was another good thing to know for future purposes, to kind of always have that backup plan just in case something goes wrong. Again, with this event, I learned so much stuff that I think I'll keep with me for the rest of my life.
I want to thank all of my sponsors, my committee who worked so hard this year, all of the students that signed up who wanted to help on April 13th but couldn't because of the date change, and then again all of the students who came out today to help and give back to the Big Rapids community. I also want to thank Ferris State University for this opportunity to be the director of the big event, and I am grateful for all these experiences. It's not always easy doing things like this, but there's growth in it, and you learn a lot about yourself, and I'm grateful for that experience.